I am so happy. Close to 3,000 of you have already picked it up. You're gonna get to hear TV again. The way you maybe heard it when you were a youngster, right? Where you could really hear the words and you could really hear all the things that were going on. And then as we get older, depending on what's going on, you just can't hear them the same way. Or maybe it's just that the TV speakers are so tiny in that big screen TV that you can't hear it. Well, with one plug, you can change your whole life when it comes to TV. And this one is Alexa ready. We're giving you a 2-year warranty, lots of extra bonuses, Daily Burn Premium, some other streaming things included. You have your choice of black espresso or titanium. Espresso and titanium are exclusive to HSN. So why do you need this? Let me tell you why. And we're celebrating dads here. My dad was in the Army and he was a gun sergeant. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. I'll probably tell it another time. But my dad was a gun sergeant, lost a lot of his hearing, or a good portion of his hearing, when he was in like his 20s and 30s. He couldn't hear crickets when he was in his 50s. He was like, I can't hear crickets anymore. And you'd go to the house and the TV would be so loud because he couldn't hear the high pitches, he couldn't hear the high notes. I wish this was available because that was about, probably about 30 years ago. My dad has passed, but I know he would appreciate this because he was one of those guys that was always like, what? What'd you say? What did they say? You won't have to do that when you have this because this is gonna elevate not only the vocals, it's gonna help to eliminate the noise. A lot of the stuff that crowds the vocals, it'll up everything you want, including the vocals, so you can hear what they're saying. So you don't have to crank the TV so loud that the neighbors can hear it. The sound quality is amazing. It used to be 6 levels, now it's 12. This is the latest model. We have the lowest price anywhere. It's $160 off the HSN price. Even more off retail. The retail value on this is over $350. It's $378. We're doing it at $130. What is that? That's almost a third of the price, and we're doing it here. You get everything that you need to set it up. One plug to the TV, good to go. We're gonna break down all that, but what I wanna do first, I'm gonna do the same thing I did before, Kevin, is I'm gonna do a demo here. So what we have here, and really quickly, in a regular TV, this is the size of the speakers. I don't know if you can see my hand right here. That is the size of a speaker on a TV. You usually get 2 of them, sometimes 3. It's teeny tiny. This is the size of the speaker that you get from ZVOX. And this pretty much replaces this, enhances this so much more ridiculous that you'll be able to hear it. All right, this is titanium and espresso over there. Those you can only find here. So what I've got is I've got the TV hooked up so that you can hear it without ZVOX in a normal way, and then you'll be able to hear it with the ZVOX connected. Now I got it hooked up to Roku, so the first thing I'm gonna do is unmute it so you can hear the TV. Listen to the TV, right? I'm hearing lots of noise. I can't really hear this guy. Watch what happens when I turn ZVOX on.
That's amazing.
Wait a minute. Listen to this guy. Ready? I'm gonna turn it on now. And I'm gonna turn the volume up.
Around 88 miles every 1 hour. Great Scott.
Turn it off. Off.
No? Seriously?
On.
So why'd you move here?
Off. It's ridiculous. On.
Oh my God, tell it.
Look at this. I want to wait till we get to our next scene because I think the one where the guy proposes, is that the next one that's coming up? That's a really good one. Then I'll get Lori here on board. But I'm telling you, the difference it makes is unbelievable. You will not be able to, I believe that you can hear what you can hear. Listen. On. Off. Listen, it's off right now. Can't hear him, right? This guy's gonna propose. I want to hear it. Ready? On.
Long time now.
We have.
And we've been through a lot together.
We've had a lot of fun over the past years.
And I can't see myself being with anyone else.
Off. Oh, here he goes. Turn it on.
I want us to spend the rest of our lives together.
That's what I can't wait to, because Christmas and the holidays are over.
Will you marry me?
It's so beautiful. Of course I will. I would love to marry you.
Off. On. All right, I'm gonna mute it. And I'm gonna get Lori to come out, but I wanted you to hear that because if you miss that important part of that movie or that important part of that special event, you miss the whole point. You're asking, so can you rewind it? I didn't catch that. And it makes you feel, you know what it makes you feel? I'll be honest, because I'm an old guy. It makes you feel old. That's what I mean. To me, if I can't hear something and I have to ask somebody, once again, I'm not relying on myself, and I'm a dad, and I want to be able to hear what's on TV, and I know you do as well. Let me get Lori out. There she is, patiently waiting while I just blah, blah, blah. But Lori, I wanted to show it everybody our demo here, because I think it's easier to hear it here than on the Skype.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing. I mean, even where I'm sitting, it sounds absolutely incredible. And this is totally and completely life-changing technology. We've had ZVOX and offered it here at HSN for a few years now, but this is actually the latest and the greatest soundbar from ZVOX. This is a 4th generation product. So you said it, Guy, this is voice clarification at its best with 12 levels now. It will clarify that voice. And here's what it is. It has patented hearing aid technology built right in, really powerful algorithms working in the background to pull the voices out of whatever it is you're watching, whether it's a sporting event or maybe just a TV show or a movie, or maybe your favorite broadcasters, maybe your favorite news personalities. It's going to pull their voices out of any of the background noise, clarify it, push it forward so that your ears can hear every single word they're saying as clear as a bell. So you're absolutely right, Guy. This isn't about volume or loudness. This is about clarity. So this is clarifying voices so you can hear what's being said on TV more easily. And you said it, the teeny tiny speakers are partially to blame. When you have this beautiful flat screen visual, we want audio to match, but the speakers that they include inside, because it's all they have room for, these fall short. So these let us down time and time again. You'll see in the studio, you've got one of my big old sound bars that I had to purchase because I just couldn't understand TV. I was the one embarrassed in my household telling my husband, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. And he kept saying to me, Lori, it's really, really loud. It was super embarrassing.
It's huge.
Or even asking, what's happening? What did they say? I missed it. I missed it. Look, there it is. It's like a car bumper.
Look at the difference between ZVOX here and what you would expect to pay. I think you paid probably 3 or 4 times the price for this one. And if you look at the back, I mean, here, let me show you the back of it. There's so many ports on the back. There's got to be, there's 4 or 5 ports, different plugs, all that. This is, well, here's the problem. I'm going to put this one back, so bear with me. Here's the issue, is that you need, to get sound, you do need a certain amount of depth and a certain amount of length of a speaker. You have to have that. These little tiny ones they put in your TV, because to Lori's point, it's all picture. I get it. They attract you in a window in a store by looking at the picture, not the sound. So that's really where all the boom goes. It doesn't go into this little guy. So that is why you go to this. The technology and the level boost that's inside. And by the way, you'll see it goes across a few inches. You need to have some length and depth to a speaker. That's just the way it is. Even if you're talking about our Bose speakers and all that, they need a little room to produce the sound. This is as compact as it gets, and you're gonna get incredible, incredible sound. And here's the other thing. You got 30 days to try it. Anybody out there, I told the story last time about how my ears were clogged for years, and I finally went in and got my ears cleaned, and my doctor was like, how did you live like that? I'm like, I didn't know any better. When you turn this on, a lot of you are gonna you're gonna break down in tears. You're gonna be like, wow, that's what I've been missing. I've been missing the storyline. I've been missing the I love yous. I've been missing the, are you going to come back? All the little key lines, the proposals in movies, because maybe you're too proud. You don't want to get hearing aids. I understand all that. But this is hearing aid technology without having to put it in your ear. I mean, Lori, that's how it's developed, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the team behind ZVOX, they actually invented the speaker bar in the first place. So they invented the first ever one. They come from a background of sound mixing and hearing aids, so they really incorporated the best of the best. This is not an age issue. It is your TV's fault, and it's also the Hollywood mixing techniques, because they muddle everything together. So they're not pulling the voices out so you can hear dialogue anymore. They're mixing it all together with all of the explosions and all of the musical soundtracks. So I'm going to try to demonstrate from my house. I know this is not easy in the over the web like we're trying to do. But real quick, I just want to show you the different levels, because you now have, instead of the first level, we had 1 level of AccuVoice with the first soundbar we came out with. Then the next generation was 6 levels. This is the 4th generation, so now you have 12 levels, 6 levels of AccuVoice. So that's gonna clarify the voices and push them forward to your ears. And then you also have an additional 6 levels of the brand new technology called SuperVoice. So that's allowing all of that background noise, especially when you're watching like the road show about the antiques, all those people milling about, making all that sound in the background. all of those sounds take a back seat. They all take a giant step back. So the voices come forward and are clearer than ever before. So real quick, here's TV sound. Pretty dull, pretty disappointing.
Miles in 1 hour. Great Scott, man.
There's the difference with ZVOX level 1.
So why'd you move here?
Level 2. Level 3. Level 4. Level 5. Level 6.
ZVOX.
Wow.
Without. What a big difference, right? And then if you want to get into SuperVoice, all you're going to do is press and hold the AccuVoice button really quickly. That's going to put you into SuperVoice, okay? So all you do
voices on TV.
Increase through those levels as well. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and listen to this.
ZVOX AccuVoice hearing aid technology.
Oh my
Without.
God. Yeah.
I want it tonight to be very special.
With. Big difference, right?
It's
So it really does make a big difference. You want to hear, like you said, the proposal. You don't want to miss the plot points. You don't want to have to rewind. I am sick and tired of turning on closed captioning. I don't want to read TV, right? I don't want to read a movie. I want to look in the eyes of the actors. I want to see the emotions that they're feeling, but I still want to understand. That's what ZVOX is really and truly all about. It will totally elevate your television watching experience. I call it frustration-free TV watching thanks to ZVOX.
Well, and you know what, listen, getting older and your hearing starting to fail a little bit is not an unnatural thing, it happens, but there's something you can do about it. You know, when we think about hearing aids, what do we use those for? We use those because we're tired of being left out of conversations, not being able to hear. You know, and here's the thing, you know, when my dad was around, it used to drive my mother nuts that he always said what? It would drive her nuts, and I'm like, he's not doing it because he likes to do it, right? None of us do. We don't want to have to say what, but what happens is then we're trained to not even say that, so because we don't want to upset people that we can't hear anything, so then they just stop asking, right? Or they stop answering. That's not the solution. The solution is to elevate the vocals on the TV. That's it. Right? And if you're talking to people, be patient with them. If they can't hear and they don't have a hearing aid, speak up a little bit. That's what your TV is doing for you. It's speaking up a lot of bit. And yet it's not raising, there's a difference. You're not turning up the volume. You need to understand that. There's a difference. Volume is just a level of pure like sound, but everything across the board. Background, special effects, sound effects, boom, 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 all that. What we're doing is we're elevating the level of the dialogue, the voice, okay? We're screening out the stuff that's the stuff you don't want to hear, and we're elevating the voice. You still hear everything else great. You're gonna hear the fans, you're gonna hear the kickoffs, you're gonna hear the horns, the trumpets, all that. But when the voices come on, they're elevated so that you can make sense of the storyline, so you can follow the plot. I'm gonna do it again one more time, Lori, on my TV, because mine is a little clearer than yours. And I want you to hear what regular TV sounds like. Now I'm gonna put regular TV on, and you can hear it. Now I'm gonna kick on the ZVOX. Ready?
88 miles.
I'm gonna turn it up.
Great Scott, right?
Here we go.
No.
I'm gonna turn it off. Now I'll turn it on. Ready?
Why'd you move here?
I'm sorry.
It's so clear. Turn it off. I don't like this video as much as the others because there's more talking. Listen to this. All right, I'm gonna turn it off. And we're gonna wait for the next one, and because I think this is the best way to demonstrate it. You gotta hear it. I can talk all day.
Hear voices
Listen.
on TV.
On. Off.
ZVOX AccuVoice
On.
hearing aid technology.
Off.
Voices out of the soundtrack.
You're dating a long time.
Now this guy is trying to get up the nerve to ask this girl to marry him. If you can't hear it, it could be just two people having dinner. So listen, I'll turn it on.
And I can't see myself being with anyone else but you.
George.
Karen, I want us to spend the rest of our lives together.
Wait, because Christmas and the holidays are over.
Let's get down on one knee, brother.
So beautiful. Of course I will. I would love to marry you.
Look at that. Off. On. I mean that.
With 5 on the line.
Listen to the sports. Off. Ready? On.
Smith making adjustment back in shotgun.
Off.
Floats.
On.
Jazz fingertip. Touchdown.
Come on! It's exciting!
From Peru. And normally these ceramic pieces.
I don't even know what he's saying. There's people talking in the background. Anyway,
From the
turn it on
1500s.
one
and
last
it did-
time, and then we'll turn it off. All right, so you get the point, right? You're going to be able to hear what they're saying. I mean, it's not that complicated, right? You are hearing the speakers elevating the levels of the vocals so that you can understand them. And those of you out there that have struggled for years, here's an answer for you. You have 30 days to try it, okay? 30 days to try it out. It's only $46.66 on your credit card with free shipping and handling. Drive it around for 30 days. If you don't love it, all you just plug it into the back of your TV. If you're wondering, will it work on my TV? If your TV is 10 years older or younger, I'm sure it'll work. And they all have ports in the back to plug it in. No worries. And then you go through your own little test and you watch. When you're watching movies, and it could be movies from years and years and years ago, you're finally not asking, what did they say? What was, I forgot that one word. Right? There's a part in one of the Lords of the Rings movies where I always try to catch that one thing they say and I can't hear it. When you have this, you can elevate the level of the vocal to be able to hear it. You won't feel left out anymore. I mean, that's the bottom line. For $139 with free shipping and handling, you cannot go wrong. Try it out. If you tried to pick up everything separately at retail or somewhere else, it could cost you almost $400. All right, you buy it here at midnight, what is it, $299 at midnight? Yeah, the price goes up. The price more than doubles at midnight because we're getting such a good deal on the quantity that we got. You choose a color. Everybody out there can choose black. Black is available on the market at a more expensive price. But the titanium, which is here, okay, and then the espresso, I'm gonna reach over there. You can see that's kind of like, yeah, it's coffee color. There you go. Those are only available here at HSN. We have 4 minutes remaining. I'm gonna hand it back to Lori to give you some of the other great little features about it, but I will tell you, a lot of bang for your buck. No more saying what'd he say. You will be able to hear the movies and enjoy the movies like everybody else.
Yeah, you really will. It's embarrassment-free. You're going to have so much fun with this. You're going to be able to hear everything. And I love what you said about the shows you might be watching with accents. My mom and dad, they love Sherlock Holmes and some of the British shows. I just started watching Outlander. Amazing. If you're rewatching maybe Game of Thrones, some of those shows that are really, really hard to understand and you don't want to read TV, instead of turning on closed captioning, get yourself a ZVOX. The only thing I would recommend, maybe get one for each TV, because I will tell you, once you've experienced ZVOX, going back to a normal TV without it, you can't hear. This makes all the difference. So this is a custom molded cabinet, acoustically correct. It is only 17 inches, only weighs 3 pounds. So if you had to carry it from room to room, you certainly could do that. There are 3 speakers made into this speaker bar. So this is going to give you virtual 3D surround sound from this one sleek, compact package. Real quick, I just want to show you how you're going to be able to hook this up because it's really easy. All you're going to do is plug this into power. We include every single cable that you could possibly need. If you have a new TV, an old TV, whatever you have, ZVOX will very likely work with it. That second port over from power, that's going to be your optical. So that cord has little light bulbs, it looks like, at the ends. That's going to be the most often used cable. It is in your kit, and that's the one that most people will use with their TVs. There's also an analog option next to that. And then the far right, that is your accessory. So you can plug in headphones, or you can plug in through that auxiliary port your phones, your tablets. If you want to stream music, you can do all of that. But one of the other really cool features I just want to tell you about, this has output leveling mode. So this is going to tame the loud commercials. If you've ever been blasted out when the commercials come on and then suddenly the TV volume comes down when the show actually comes back, it can be really frustrating. This will help modulate that for you. And then one other huge advancement, Guy. So this is Amazon Echo Ready, okay? So Amazon Echo Ready. So take a look. This is the Amazon Echo Dot. This is the brand new Dot with the clock built right in. So I just want you to see how this works. We're including the cable for you to be able to plug it right into your ZVOX speaker, okay? And then what you're gonna be able to do is talk to your device, and it's gonna talk to you through ZVOX, and it's also going to lower the TV sound. So listen to this real quick. think I lost my feed. I'm gonna have to restart my TV
That's all
here,
right,
guys.
Lori.
But anyway, all you do is
Yeah.
you talk to your dot and it lowers the volume on your television and that sound comes right through your ZVOX. It's totally amazing.
Hey, Lori, here's what we're gonna do. You and I are starting our next hour together, and we've got one of our favorite items of all time for dads and moms and everybody, but we've got some really good testimonials that we wanted people to listen to about how ZVOX has helped them, and then we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come right back with more great stuff. So Lori and I will be right back. Take a listen to this.
It's very difficult for me sometimes to decipher between the language and the speech and the background noise. With this AccuVoice, I'm actually able to hear the speech without having to turn the television volume up.
I don't have to rewind my DVR